What's up, guys? So I'm doing my second set tonight, and I thought I'd do another behind the scenes. I like doing these sorts of things, and it's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be a good one. So this is pretty much double the length of the first one. So my goal was to make this an hour-long set, and so when I first made it, it was about 56 minutes, something like that, which is shocking because there's 21 songs in the set. But I guess I just cut some of them too quickly. So I went in, edited it, and made some of the cut points longer. And I think it still sounds good. And at least when I've been practicing it, I haven't done it yet. And I think it's probably going to clock in, I don't know, a couple minutes over an hour. I haven't really timed it yet. But as always, I'm really excited for it. I can't wait to do it. I'm going to be doing it in about 30 minutes. But I'm nervous for it, as per usual, because as it's a longer set, there's more opportunity for failure. Not that it really matters, right? I mean, the whole point of it's just to play some good music. But yeah, my goals with this are just to make the transitions smooth, just like the last set. I do have some more complicated transitions. Like there's one in particular that is quite complicated using loops that I've practiced it probably close to 50 times, so I think I have a pretty good handle on it, but still it's like in the back of my mind. I'm like, I gotta nail this. So yeah, I'm just having a little bit of a preset dinner. This probably looks awful because of the lighting, but this is Lidl's Fiery chicken curry. This is insanely good. It's $5, okay? And it's a good amount of food. And what I do, because it's not enough food for me to feel full, is I actually add some, I don't have it with me, but I add like a big handful of pistachios in it, and then I cover it with the sauce, and it makes it last so much longer. It's so much better that way. So anyway, this is my preset dinner. And yeah, and then from here on out, I'll get set up. So figured I'd come on because now, while this is cooling down, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and I'll probably hop back on and say some other things before I actually start my second set. All right, so now that I'm done with dinner, I just have to go set up. I'm not gonna go through the whole process of me setting up like I did in the last behind the scenes, because it's going to be the exact same setup. At some point, I would like to be able to do a DJ set somewhere else and just to have a different venue. But for now, I'll just stick with here. But there are a couple cool things that I'm doing in this set that I didn't do in the last one. So number one, I have 2 of my songs in this set, which is very cool. I didn't have any of my songs in the previous set. And so that'll be really neat. Very excited to have that. The other thing is that I'm going to be utilizing this feature where I can change the color of my lights, and it dances with the music, supposedly. So like I can change the colors of my lights back here, and so there's this app that I have that syncs the lights to the music. And I've used this before, but I've only ever used it with Spotify, and it works really well with Spotify, but obviously I'm not using Spotify. So they just had this new feature where it uses the phone's microphone, and I've sort of tested it a little bit, and it works pretty well, but I'm gonna test it out tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be cheesy or if it's gonna be badass, but I figure let's just go with it and see what happens. Now, the one thing that I am like kicking myself for is I've totally forgot my other camera. So I had like a B cam that I kind of put over there, and honestly what I filled my last behind the scenes content with. But alas, because I travel for my day job and I'm in another city during the week, I left that camera over there, and so I don't have it. So that really sucks because I have to use my phone to do the lights. So that means the only thing that I could record a B cam with is with this old iPad. I just don't know if that's going to be worth it. So I like the option of having a B cam I just like having two views, but I don't know. I might set it up and record it, but I don't know if I'll use the content. I guess it's better to have the video than to not. But yeah, I think all there is to do now is to get set up. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play my, oh, by the way, every set I like to have a really cool shirt. So this set is gonna be this shirt, which by the way should be really baller against all the changing lights going on. So there's that. So yeah, I'm gonna go get set up for the set, and probably I imagine the next time I'll be on here is after my set, and I'll let you know how it went. So I'll see you then. All right, so I just finished my set and it was an absolute blast. It was so freaking fun. I will say, like, the first, there were definitely some transitions that weren't, like, I don't know. They were noticeable to me, but I don't know if they're gonna be noticeable to the public. The loop transition that I was really worried about, it went okay. It wasn't like, it wasn't perfect, but overall it went really well. And like, I feel like I'm beating myself up too much. Overall, outstanding. It ended up being like a minute and, or I'm sorry, a minute. It ended up being like an hour and 2 minutes, which is like, mwah, just like absolute perfection. And I just loved the song selection, and I was freaking vibing. It was great. As opposed to like the first mix that I did, I didn't really like try to fiddle too much with the knobs like in the middle of the songs. I mostly just focused on, hey, how do I make these smooth transitions and just keep the vibe going? I mean, that's really what I need to do. And let me tell you something. It was so cool to, I'm gonna pat myself on the back here. It was so cool to hear my songs in a mix. And like, I'm used to hearing my songs just like individually when I'm just like sort of playing them to listen to them. But to like hear them in the context of a mix is just so freaking cool to hear. And I really hope you like it. I'm gonna have timestamps in it. One of the other commenters of my previous mix wanted me to do timestamps, so I'm gonna do them in the edit for the DJ set, so you can see, you know, obviously which song is playing, yeah, and you can see which two songs are featured on this set. So if you haven't already listened to it, definitely check it out. But yeah, I thought this was an absolutely wonderful experience, and I can't wait to make the next mix. And maybe at some point I'll be able to find somewhere else other than this. But I thought the lights actually were pretty cool. I will say I was having a tough time getting them figured out in the very beginning, and you'll notice that. But I finally got it figured out, and everything just sort of went great. And I had this lovely Hardywood peach triple along the side. So I'm gonna finish this up, and if you haven't already listened, take a listen. But thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.